What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Tottenham Liverpool post-match analysis and reaction video. And what a magnificent and huge victory for Liverpool in Liverpool's season, especially after Chelsea and now Tottenham, of course, who we beat, and Manchester United all lost. So this is a very significant result and significant weekend for Liverpool, especially after a brilliant Napoli performance where we were rock solid at the back. And I think in this game we were also pretty solid up until like the 55th minute of the second half, but Konate being back in the Liverpool side makes all the difference. And I think the main culprits for Liverpool being very shaky defensively were, of course, Joe Gomez, Jordan Henderson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent still was a little bit shaky in this game, but I think he's improving, and the fact that we didn't have Joe Gomez and Jordan Henderson for the majority of the game, I think that's really significant and really huge. And Liverpool bossed the first half. We created the most chances and Mo Salah scored a couple of brilliant goals. His first goal was at the end of such a magnificent passing move, a brilliant play. And also Darwin Núñez was very lively in the first half. He probably a little bit faded in the second half because Tottenham dominated possession so much. But the first half, I think Liverpool did a masterclass performance. Yes, Tottenham hit the post, so they could have got back into the game much earlier. But Liverpool also hit the post in the second half. And Mo Salah's record against top 6 tiny teams is absolutely incredible. Now he has 44 goals and 14 assists against top 6 sides in the Premier League. That he is the best big game player in the Premier League era, or might be. I'm not sure what the other, other players who are big game players have a record against the top 6 sides. But Liverpool also finally winning their first game away from home is huge, because we failed to beat Fulham, Man United, Everton, Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. And especially the Fulham and Nottingham Forest results hurt a lot. Of course, losing to Man United and Arsenal is painful, but you can sometimes lose to those teams away from home. And drawing against Everton is nothing new for Liverpool, it's always tough. But losing to Nottingham Forest and drawing at Fulham is 2 results that Liverpool hugely will regret at the end of the season. But now, finally, we have managed to beat a top 6 side away from home. And I think overall, Liverpool slightly shaded it. First half, it's clear Liverpool were the better team. Second half, Tottenham were the better team. And you could argue on the balance of play that maybe, Liverpool deserved to win by 1 goal, or it could have been a draw as well. Eric Dyer had an absolute shocker in the first half. He basically heads it onto his own shoulder. He attempts a back pass with a header for the goalkeeper to pick up, but he hits his own shoulder. But also, you can't underestimate how much skill it takes for Mo Salah to take the ball with his knee, to accelerate with that same leg, but also to put the ball ahead of him just enough so he can get away from Eric Dyer, but also not too much so he doesn't get too close to Hugo Lloris. So Mo Salah had to get that first touch perfect, and he did. And when he accelerates, he dinks it above the goalkeeper and into the far corner. An absolutely magnificent finish. And also Darwin Núñez's assist before Mo Salah's goal was a thing of beauty, and Darwin Núñez was unlucky not to score in the second half. He hit the bar, but it was probably offside. Liverpool, I think, came out in the second half when we wanted to slow the game down a little bit and defend and hit Tottenham on the counter-attack. But as soon as Kulusevski came on, Tottenham really switched gears and it looked like a completely different team, and it looked like attack against defense. Liverpool didn't really have a lot of counter-attacks after Kulusevski came on, and he's a brilliant player and he was really threatening. And it was his run where Thiago is on the wrong side of Kulusevski, so he loses him. And also Konate is a little bit passive, and by the time he reacts, Harry Kane already got his shot away after Kulusevski's assist. in behind the defense, and Harry Kane first time slots it home into the far corner. A really nice, really good, brilliant Tottenham goal. And I was really nervous because there was still 20 minutes left, and that was a huge 20 minutes. And before that, Tottenham hit the bar in the second half, and they hit the bar in the first half, I think, or hit the post in the first half, I think, as well. So you could argue Tottenham deserved maybe more than one goal, but also Liverpool had some chances which they missed. Mo Salah could have had a hat-trick. Again, in the second half, Darwin Núñez finds him in the box and Salah shoots, but Lloris makes a pretty comfortable save. And I like it that Darwin Núñez, his link-up play is improving. Darwin Núñez also had a magnificent run where he picks up the ball on the left-hand side of Liverpool's attack. He cuts inside past two Tottenham players, but then his shot is a little bit weak and easy for the goalkeeper to save. But overall, Darwin Núñez had a brilliant game. Mo Salah and Darwin Núñez were the two best players for Liverpool. But also I thought Harvey Elliott had a fantastic game. His touches, his close control, his passes were absolutely magnificent. Thiago was also brilliant in the first half. Second half, he gave the ball away sometimes, so he wasn't at his best. Fabinho also, it looks like he's much better than before. He's still not back to his absolute best, but Fabinho is improving all the time, and it looks like his form is improving as well. And Trent Alexander-Arnold had some shaky moments in the second half, I have to say. And there was also a penalty incident, which Tottenham were screaming for a penalty. But Trent Alexander-Arnold just pushes the Ryan Sessegnon just a little bit, so he can't get the ball under control. And not every contact in the box is a penalty. And I think if that would have been a penalty, it would have been very soft. Because, as I said, Ryan Sessegnon just gets a slight push, and as soon as he gets touched, he falls over like a pack of cards. And you can't give a penalty for that, because then every little touch will be a penalty, because players will learn to just fall down when they sense the contact. And it's a contact sport, football, so you can't give for every contact a penalty in the box. Yeah, that's my analysis maybe of Trent Alexander-Arnold's performance. It could have been better, but there were a lot of worse performances of Trent Alexander-Arnold before this season. I thought Konate was at his imperious best at the back. Virgil van Dijk was also rock solid. And Robertson, I thought, had a brilliant game. He was bombing up and down the left wing. He's back to his best as well. And there was one run that absolutely mesmerized me, where Andy Robertson, with a little quick feet and skill, takes out two Tottenham defenders out of the game, and he goes past them. Sadly, the cross didn't result in a goal, but Robertson was really awesome. And Thiago was really good, Fabinho was good, and at the end, when Joe Gomez came on, we switched to a 5-4-1 formation. You could clearly see Jurgen Klopp pointing to the players that's the formation that we want to play, and Joe Gomez was also clearly saying that that's the formation that we want to play as well. So it was a magnificent Liverpool win, much needed. And I think this hard-fought Liverpool win that Liverpool had to work really hard for, and we had to dig in very deep to defend a lot of Tottenham attacks, because in the second half Tottenham and Antonio Conte threw everything but the kitchen sink at Liverpool, and Liverpool weathered the storm. We saw out the game, and now Liverpool are back in the top 4 race. And Newcastle United's amazing run continues. I'm absolutely amazed that they have won 4 games in a row, and also scoring 4 goals against Aston Villa and Southampton is pretty special. And also they won at Tottenham, which is pretty huge. And now Tottenham have 3 defeats in 4 games. So Newcastle are up in 3rd place. But if Liverpool win their game in hand, then we will be, pretty close to Tottenham. Only like 3 points behind them. 4 points behind Tottenham, who are in 4th place. And if Man United win their game in hand, they will have the same amount of points as Tottenham. So this could have been a 10-point gap between 4th and Liverpool. And now it's down to a 4-point gap in terms of dropped points. Of course, Liverpool need to beat Southampton next. And the Newcastle-Chelsea game will be absolutely huge. If Newcastle could somehow win that, then Chelsea could find themselves with a mountain to climb. Chelsea have no wins in 4 Premier League games, and they lost to Brighton and Arsenal, and that is a huge blow for Chelsea's top 4 hopes. The Premier League table is very interesting. I mean, Brighton and Newcastle are having an amazing surprise seasons, especially Brighton. I didn't expect them to be in the top 4 race at this point, but they are 2 points out of Liverpool, and they are on a really good run. But Liverpool have to beat Southampton, who I heard just sacked their manager, Ralph Hasenhuttl. So it will be difficult for Liverpool to prepare for that game. But we should have more than enough to beat Southampton. And I really hope that Liverpool beat Derby County in the League Cup as well. I expect heavy rotation. Arsenal's season is just continuing to get better and better. I can't believe that Arsenal are at the top of the table, having won 11 out of the first 13 games. And I mean, Man City could have a new title rival if Arsenal keep this form up. If not, then Man City will just romp to the league title. And that's it for today's Liverpool reaction video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.